Are you looking for a new solo chat base to make plays out of and store your loot? Something with a tiny footprint that you can slap down just about anywhere? Well, have I got the base for you. 2x1 footprint, 9-barrel loot room, auto smelting, 8 rocket rig, 16 rocket rig, a kitchen, extra storage, offset bunker, no 27 foundation build out, a bed. I present to you the Crack Shack.
Don't do drugs, stay in school. If you have a gambling problem, contact Gamblers Anonymous, they will help you.
Alright guys, today I got a base design for you, with a working offset bunker that does not require a 27 foundation build out. Not only can you actually freehand it and get the same results, but someone figured out a new technique that allows you to keep the triangle foundation just like the old method. Palms Peter. He's new to Rust content creation, but has taken Rollo's new God Bunker method and figured out how to make a roof override for it. Using this, I was able to get the Crack Shack working again. Not to be confused with the Shit Shack. It says it in the description. I take offense when you call it that. So now what is the Crack Shack? The Crack Shack is a small solo base for the PvP Chad that really doesn't care about anything but making plays and just needs space to store all that juicy loot. With an upkeep of 7 wood, 29 HQM, and 519 frags, maintenance is going to be real easy. The new offset bunker works just like the old ones, but it's way more complicated to build since Facepunch tried patching them. So like with most complicated bases, you don't want to be out in the open with all your resources, so first you're going to want to find your build location and slap down a shit shack in the area. This is where you'll keep all your items for prep. First you'll need... This will cover everything to get you started, including your sleeping bag, small box, furnace, and shack. You'll also need an additional 1k frags and 225 HQM for the final build upgrade, but you can worry about that later. Keep most of it in the small storage box and only take out what you need. You'll stash most of your resources here and only take out a little at a time, so if you die, it's not the end of the world. Now you're ready to start building. The sun moves from east to west, but depending on where you are in the map, it passes either more to the north or the south. For optimal power, you want to start your building facing whichever direction that is. For me, it's north. You want to start by placing 3 foundations. You'll need to demolish, but you can't without a TC, so take 1,000 wood and craft a sacrificial TC. Place a twig triangle close, but not too close. Place a TC and authorize yourself. Stand on the left foundation and line yourself up as best as you can by lining up your hotbar with the foundation you're standing on. Hold Alt and click to place. While holding Alt, you want to tap the D key and move to the right until you see the blue shadow shift. To ensure you've created enough space, try to tap D one more time without breaking it away and turning red. If so, place. To test the spacing, you want to stand on either of the outer foundations and place a door frame in the middle on each side. Place a floor piece above, and as long as it says 18% stable, you should be good to go. Destroy the 3 original foundations, not the shadow shifted ones, and the 2 door frames. Turn so your back is facing the sun, and off the middle foundation you want to place 2 triangles and a square. If you can't place the square, unfortunately you'll have to start the build all over again, either with a flatter plane or on higher foundations. If you aren't able to place the square, you aren't able to open the bunker. Once complete, remove the square and the second triangle foundation. Connect a triangle to the top of each side square. Right now these are technically 3 separate sections, A, B, and C. You want to attach another triangle to sections B and C, so to make sure this works, go to the top of C and slightly move your mouse from right to left. The second it pops to the left, stop and place. You can verify by making sure these 2 stone sections are touching like so. Repeat the same process for B, but not for A. Instead, you'll place a wall and a triangle ladder hatch frame on A, 2 half walls on the top of B, and then while standing on section C, you want to come here and place a wall where the triangles for B and C meet. Rotate the wall so it's hard side facing you. Place a triangle floor piece to the C wall, but make sure it's on the opposite side so it's hanging over on the B side. Connect another triangle to that, and you can make sure it worked by verifying the twig lines. Twig lines go straight off the piece it's connected to. Confirm everything so far is working by placing a triangle floor inside the floor frame and making sure it has a stability of 14%. If all that is good, you can remove all the foundations for section C, the square and both triangles. Now if you thought all that was crazy, it's not over yet. To make sure you don't run into any building errors along the way, remove the wall you placed from C and the first triangle that was connected to the C wall. Next, remove the square foundation for section B and replace it while standing on foundation A. Move to the new foundation, face the B triangle, and place a double door frame. Place a triangle over the top so it's attached to the door frame. So far everything is going well, but you'll notice you can't place a wall right here. So replace a new wall in the B triangle, stand on the B triangle, remove and replace the foundation once again. At this point, you might as well retest the bunker to make sure you haven't added any more stability. You can even go outside to make sure it still works. Finish it off by placing a wall between foundation A and its triangle, and then add 2 square floors. You can grab your furnace and use that as a jump up. If you don't happen to have one yet, you can always make a twig jump up. You shouldn't be able to place a door frame here, but if for some reason you can, don't. It will add stability. You can get away with one here, but you gotta be standing on the jump up to make sure you don't break the bunker. You will be able to place a frame here, but you want to wait until after you've placed the barrels first, or it will interfere. Now you can start upgrading everything to stone except for the 3 walls of the TC room. Just to simplify things, you can break out this wall and place a triangle foundation and half wall and floor for your shelf on the inside. Replace the wall. Now if this has already been a lot for you, don't worry, because it is a lot. And if this is all you wanted, then just upgrade these walls and call it a day. Place your shelf, slide your TC in the corner sideways, and make it a 5-box loot room. Or, if you have the Frontier DLC, an 8-barrel loot room. But me, I'm a psychopath. And I heard there was a way to get a 9-barrel loot room. And H-Unit figured it out. And of course, that's what I want to use. I'll leave a link to H-Unit's video down in the description for you guys to check out. So now, as long as you have the DLC and decided to craft a furnace, you should already have barrels sitting in your shit shack ready to go. Grab at least 4 of them for now, and on your way back to the base, destroy the sacrificial TC so you can place one inside. Upgrade your walls to stone and rotate them. They're actually thinner on the outside, so you can fit more space. Place your TC in the corner. You'll see with the walls reversed, you should have no problem placing the shelf. You can place it now, but placing the barrels will be a bit easier without it, so wait. You can line up the feet of the barrels, but if you have enough resources, a little trick I like to do is craft a large box just to line myself up as perfect as I can. Then switch to the barrels and rotate it. Without touching your mouse, use your WASD keys to try and place the barrel as far back and to the right against the TC as possible. If done correctly, you should be able to place another one to the left, and remember they both need to be as far back as possible. Now remember, you only have 10 minutes before you can't rotate the walls back. So rotate the TC and back walls back, but if you did struggle here and had to pick up and replace the barrels a few times, the clock might be ticking and you may want to rotate this wall as well before it's too late. But if not, use this time to place the top 2 barrels. They can be placed without it, but it is easier to place with the walls rotated. Upgrade the shelf and place another twig triangle and give yourself some room to work. Line yourself up, but don't place the first one against the wall. Tap S and move back slightly and then move to the right. You should be able to get it enough to the right that you can still place one to the left. Place as far back against the wall as you can, and you should be able to place another barrel right in front of it. Destroy the twig. If you have the furnace, you can seal this up now with metal double doors, but if not, wooden double doors will work for now. But just remember, fire exists in this game and wood is flammable. Oh yeah, don't forget to rotate the wall back. Now to finish the rest of the barrel placement, the next 2 are easy. Line up sideways and place them against each opposing wall. The final 2 are similar, except you have to pull them away from each side wall a little bit to make room for the double door frame. You might have to jump into the barrel room to get it to place, but if you place the frame first, you won't be able to place the barrels. Upgrade to stone, place a door. Now you may be saying, hey, those 2 are sticking through the door. Yeah, they are. You're going to be keeping loot in here too, so no big deal. Just don't put the good loot in those 2 boxes. Next up is the kitchen. For a solo duo, a campfire is enough, so you don't need a barbecue, but not just any campfire. The cauldron. The cool part about the cauldron is it doesn't have a hitbox for some reason, so you can place most deployables on top of it and still access it. So place as far in the corner as you can. Place your workbench right on top of it, but as soon as you can, find or craft a mixing table. Put that on top of the cauldron and place your workbench over here to maximize space. For now, you can only fit 1 sleeping bag in here, even with the beach towels, so if you duo, your partner's going to have to sleep in the lobby until you get garage doors. But with 1 sleeping bag, you can fit more small boxes for more loot. Oh, and that's right, you can also place one under the mixing table for more loot! Now as you start upgrading towards the final build, seal up the bunkers for safety as you replace the double doors with garage doors. You can add more furnaces for your jump up. Money? To open the bunker, just respawn in the legacy shack and open it from the outside. Right now, the base really doesn't have an airlock, so we can start by building up from the jump up with 2 walls and a double door frame. Seal off the roof. You're going to want another garage door to add to the raid cost of the door path, but I never recommend a garage door as an exit because they're too slow to close in an emergency. So for now, use a double door. Once you have enough resources, you can finish it off by placing 2 more walls. You may have to drop down into place if you see building errors. 2 triangle floors and a double door frame. Upgrade, place your double door on the outside. Now the door path is expensive, but it's still only 4 rockets through the wall. So start upgrading everything to metal. Once you're rich, start upgrading the core to HQM, and you can leave the rest sheet metal. Now, you don't have to, but I like using the shipping container skin, painted black, to match the armored. On the inside you can remove these boxes, upgrade to a tier 2, and slap both boxes right underneath. And hey, since we got more room, why not 2 more boxes for more loot? Over here you can place a locker, and this wall I use for gun racks. Unfortunately, you can only fit 1 long one, so just slap it right in the middle. Now that you got a tier 2, you can remove the 2 furnaces for electric ones and keep the 3rd one for charcoal. Since you most likely went and bought the Frontier pack, craft a rocking chair, not only for comfort, but it doubles as a boost up on top so you can place the solar panels. This open wall next to the TC is where you can place all your electrical components, 2 conveyors, 3 branches, and 1 switch. Slap storage adapters on all furnaces and this barrel here. The connection path is from the solar panel down to the power in on the small battery. From the power out of the battery to the power in on the switch, from the out of the switch to the in of the first branch. You want to click E on the branch to set the branch out to 3 and connect the branch out to one of the electrical furnaces, and then take the power out and connect that to the in of the next branch. Set that branch to 3, connect that branch out to one of the electrical furnaces, and the power out to the 3rd and set that branch out to 2. The branch out of 2 will connect to the first conveyor and out the pass-through to the second conveyor. Now grab the pipe tool and connect the pipe from the out of the storage adapter to the in of the bottom conveyor. Out the conveyor to the first electrical furnace. Out that electrical furnace to the second. Out the second to the regular furnace. Out the regular furnace to the end of the top conveyor, and out the top conveyor to the end of the storage adapter. Set the filter on the bottom conveyor to wood, metal ore, and sulfur ore, and set the top conveyor to metal frags, cooked sulfur, and charcoal. Fill your smelting barrel with all your raw resources, wood, metal, and sulfur ore. Hit the switch, send power, and turn on both conveyors.
Welcome, stranger. You've just broken the access code to this game, a game in which your destiny depends upon your own decisions, and where the ultimate weapon is your mind.
Now you see, wood isn't being sent through for some reason, and I don't know why, but I did go to the resource barrel and move a stack of wood from the front slot, and it started working. Why? Because rust. I don't know. Turn on your regular furnace, and smelting is good to go. Now since you've been chatting your way around the server, dunking on noobs, you probably have a tier 3, but you won't be able to place it where the tier 2 is. And sleeping bags have long respawn timers, so let's fix this situation all in one shot, shall we? Pick up the sleeping bag, 4 small boxes, and the tier 2. Pick up the weapon rack. To make this fit as tight as possible, place the bed first with just enough room to place the rack after. Placing the rack first won't let you get the bed as close. Slap your tier 3 where the weapon rack was. But I want my tier 3 protected in the core. Okay, if that's a problem, swap the mixing table with the tier 3, they'll both fit. But removing the 2 small storage boxes reduces storage space. Okay, wise guys, slap gun racks everywhere. F the floor, we don't need to see it anyways. Happy? Uh-huh. Good. Now, only thing this bad boy is missing is a refinery, but you can just place it out front. That's what we got the chair for. And I know, I get it. Honeycomb exists, so why not use it to increase the raid cost? Man, that's more work, more resources, and this base already sucked enough to build. Also, to be completely honest, out of 50 times surviving a wipe out of this, I think I was only raided twice. Most people see this as just a 2x1 and think, it can't be that juicy. Heh heh heh. So guys, let me know what you think by hitting the like or dislike button, leave a comment down below, subscribe to see more builds in the future, and as soon as I find a bunker I'm happy with, I promise I'll be posting more simpler to build base designs. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.